every situation presents a different way on how you talk to your fighter. When I come back and things in the round's going well, my coaches would tell me, you know what? Same stuff. Let's keep doing the same thing. Let's
keep
maybe mix
this.
it up.
Let's keep
add a little
here.
thing here, add a little thing there, but nothing too. You don't want to give them too much information. So
they're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing good. Not too much information. When they're doing bad, you also don't want to give them too much.
There you go. Don't overload.
You want to give them the right amount of stuff.
Just
really
fix one thing.
What he was getting upset about was he's like, and this goes for every coach. When your fighter is just not pulling the trigger, there's nothing that the corner can do.
Nope.
The fighter has shut down. I need you to throw something if you want to win this fight. You cannot get your takedowns off not throwing. You have to set it up. Like I say, raw dog, shooting raw dog, those days are pretty much gone. Getting a takedown by just shooting a raw dog takedown is pretty much gone. She just wasn't throwing enough. She's not going to win a fight if you don't throw punches. I've never seen a boxing match where the guy won by not doing shit. Okay, and that's kind of what the frustration from the coach was. It's like, not kind of, that's what the frustration was. Because there's not a damn thing that he could have done to make her want to fight more. And there's been times, if you guys go back, and there's been some fights, if you guys go back and watch my fight with Clay Guida, there's a change of corner. Javier came in for the first 2 rounds. And and then what happened was Bob came in round 3 and 4 or whatever, or maybe it was Javier first 3. But rounds 4 and 5, I had a different corner. I had Bob Cook because Jav's like, I can't get through to him. Bob, get in there and do something. And that's really what it comes down to.
Way of doing it. Someone else talking.
Yes. Now, here's the other thing. Now, maybe they usually have great conversations in the corner. But for her, maybe the conversation's always been like, great job, nice work, nice, calm conversation. But in that situation, she's not doing anything. So he probably was like, look, I have to say this because now you know I'm serious. There's that old saying, and I don't know if it's an old saying or not, but it seems like it's been old because I've been saying it for a long time, is that if you're always at an 11, how does your fighter know or anybody know when something is important? If I'm always yelling at you, okay, then how do I know when it's important? It's like basically, I've heard this about for kids. If you're always yelling at your kid doesn't understand when something is important. Then, like, okay, don't run in the street. If I'm always yelling at you for everything, and I tell you don't yell, don't go in the street, the kid doesn't know not to go in the street of how important it is because that's all they hear is you yelling at them. And so if you are monotone normally, or you're in a conversation normally, and all of a sudden you raise your voice, that's when that kid or that fighter starts to realize, shit, this is not going my way. I need to do something because there's a sense of urgency, a sense of the tone has changed. So that's what I think he was trying to do. If I was going to critique him at all, John, my critique would have been this. After the 4th round, at the end of the 4th round, she finished the 4th round doing really well. When he came back, he started the same shit that he said after the 3rd round. Okay, there was some positive shit to work on after the 4th round or after the 3rd round.
Yeah, she landed.
Yeah, after the 4th round, there was positive stuff to land to work with.
Yeah,
hey,
she had won that round with what she did at the end of that round and stuff.
Hey, if I'm going to critique him, that's
look
better. That was a better round. I need a little bit more though, because we got to get this. We got to win this round. I need a finish, but you're not going to get a finish unless you do what you did towards the end of that round.
Well,
that's what I would have suggested.
Do you remember what in her last fight against Yana Kunitskaya? Do you remember what happened?
I don't, John. I barely remember where I left my keys yesterday. So
I love it. Look, she was having a hard fight with Kunitskaya. And as I recall, I think it was the 3rd round. Before the 3rd round, he got on her, and he said, "Hey, I need you to bite down on your mouthpiece, and I need you to go after her, and I need you to finish her." And he was pretty stern, and she went and responded. That she went and did it. And you go, I think for the most part, people were praising him at that time. It didn't work for him this time, but like I said, he should know her and know what it is that motivates her. And if that's what motivates her, then, everyone's got to back off. If it's not what motivates her and it's not what gets her attention and it's not what will change what she's doing, then there's no purpose to it. You don't want to belittle somebody, and I don't think that's what he's trying to do. But
let's be honest.
I've seen him do it before.
John, let's be honest. She is a young, strong female athlete.
Yep.
Okay. I want to say I read this from Daniel Cormier. are you fucking kidding me? She's going out there getting punched in the fucking head and punching somebody else in the fucking head. You're telling me that her coach hurt her fucking feelings?
Okay, there you go.
Get out of here with this nonsense.
Get
this
the
is bullshit.
Yeah,
we like DC was saying, we criticize, or we don't criticize, we actually are cheering when someone gets carried out in a fucking stretcher. And here she is being
Chastised.
not yelled at. She's being
Chastised,
chastised by her coach, who she's very close with, obviously, or he wouldn't be her coach. And now we're running to her defense. Get out of here with this nonsense. It's bullshit. I look, she's a young, strong female athlete. She's very capable of doing all the things that he's asked of her to do. Okay. I don't want to hear all this stuff. She just needs to understand. And look, and this happens, not her. Sorry. She doesn't need to understand. The fans need to understand. This shit happens in the corner all the time. Every fighter has probably gone through this type of situation.
I've had some of my greatest moments with these types of things.
Yep.
Some of them are serious. Some of them are funny, but it happens.
Yep. But let's not here. I'm going to speak very frankly in this situation, like I have the last 2 minutes, is that if you want your kids to be good, your coaches are going to get on them every once in a while. And if you as a parent can't handle that, or a fan can't handle that, then don't put your kids in sports. This is part of them learning how to be chastised or criticized and take it with a grain of salt and fix the problem. She needs to fix the problem. She has not been the same fighter since she lost to Jermaine Durand. She got knocked out quickly, and then since then she's been timid. That's it. I don't know how else other ways to explain it. That's when I've started seeing a change in her, of her not wanting to engage and get into those mixes. That's it. That's the only thing I think. Look, that's just something that's going to come with more time. She's what, 26? Cut her some slack.
She's young.
In terms of, she's super young.
So
she's 9-2.
Yeah.
She took this fight on short notice. She shouldn't have taken this fight. She also took it in 5. It's 5 rounds. Like, leave her alone. And I'm not talking about the coach. The coach can ride her all he wants. Now let's get into the coach, because there was a Instagram message or whatever he put out. I think, Dave, why don't you walk us through this thing, and then we can criticize him a little bit more.
That's what I would criticize him for.
Okay,
not for what happened in the corner.
So he goes on. He does this post on Instagram, on his own Instagram, and he says, just tonight's not our night, and he basically takes the full blame for the situation.
Okay.
He says he was harsh. He says, the loss was his fault, but then he does also say that he was very harsh. But he says he's sorry from the bottom of his heart. He apologizes to Aspen Ladd, but then at the end he tags all the top media outlets, the ones that people go to.
Well, let's be honest, that's not the top media outsources, Kay. We're not on there, so that's why it's not the top.
We're not a media outlet.
I get it. I understand. We're not a media outlet, but
he tags the media.
Yeah, he tagged the media, and I think the only really to recognize there is the Schmo. The Schmo is, pretty much the only legit one on there to recognize. So, anyways, go ahead. Carry on.
Yeah, so, and that's kind of it, right? And then so you're looking at it, you're thinking, okay, so why are you tagging the media? Why are you not, if this message is to Aspen, why are you tagging the media? Why are you not focused on the issue? Why are you more focused on trying to get people to bring you on their show to talk about it?
Yeah, I think it was that's a little bit of clout chasing there. I think it was a bad situation. You shouldn't do that. I think he also should have just sat down with his fighter and had a conversation with her and apologized if that's the way he felt. I don't think he has anything to apologize for. I think he did his job. Look, and then for him to take blame of her loss, that's not
not him.
That's not yours either.
Now,
you can't make somebody fight.
It can be if you gave your fighter a horrible game plan and the wrong information about the fighter that they're going up against and everything that you gave them, they're trying to do, but it's
if they're trying to do it, but she wasn't trying to do shit. John.
I'm not saying
That's
that, but I'm
problem.
saying there are those times you can say, yeah, you know what, you game plan poorly for that opponent, but not you. I say it all the time, and you and I talk about it all the time. One of the worst positions to be in is to be in the corner of a fighter that is not doing what they have trained to do.
Yeah,
because there's nothing you can do to change it.
There's nothing.
You have no control. You can sit there and push the buttons all you want. They don't respond any differently. It is just what it is. And sometimes, fighters go in there and it's not their night. They just don't feel it. There's all kinds of things. They just can't do anything right. It just happens. But, the one thing I would say is he doesn't have to apologize to anyone. If he did something wrong, apologize to Aspen. That's your fighter. You want to apologize to her? Apologize to her. You don't owe an apology to anybody else.
100% agree.